her loose. Like this?
That's it. She's all go.
Oh, we're gonna give you two some real competition tonight in that dance contest.
Ted, I'm not going to enter the contest.
Why not?
I'm not good enough. Of course you are. I'm sure you'll win. I should. It's my house.
I'm counting on you tonight, Kathy.
Well, gotta go. Come on, Ted. See you tonight. And don't get too tired. Practice sitting out a few. That's more fun. Bye.
Bye.
I'll see you tonight, Kathy.
Goodbye, Ted. Imagine you not knowing the hammer. If my father were a foreign correspondent and I traveled all over the world with him, I'd know every dance there was. Father and I went to the ballet quite often. I'll bet. I've never been in a dance contest before. I'm a bit nervous. It's just a bunch of kids coming over for some laughs. It's nothing to be nervous about. I wish I had your confidence. You're not afraid of anything. That's because there's nothing to be afraid of. It's all in your mind. Mom, can I tell her the bad news?
I'll do it. I just spoke to the doctor. I made a 4 o'clock appointment for you today.
For what?
For your flu shot.
Boy, do they use a long needle. Flu shot? Today?
Today. You've been putting it off every week for a month. Now, you're not stalling any longer.
Mom, I can't go today. I don't feel well.
Oh, what's wrong this time?
Same as last time. She's a coward. I'm not. I have this terrible headache.
Last week you had a stomach ache. The week before that you had a backache. Before that it was a stiff neck.
That's what I mean. I'm a pretty sick kid.
You're as healthy as a horse.
I may be a healthy horse, but I'm a sick kid. Besides, I hate flu shots. They hurt like the dickens. Don't they, Kathy? No. Who asked you? Mom, I can't get a shot today. I'm giving a party here tonight.
No shot, no party. You better get started.
No, that needle must be a foot long.
Out!
I wish I could watch.
Meet Kathy, who's lived most everywhere, from Zanzibar to Berkeley Square. But Kathy's only seen the sights the girl can see from Brooklyn Heights. What a crazy pair! But they're cousins, identical cousins all the way. One pair of matching bookends, different as night and day. Where Kathy adores a minuet, the ballet russe, and crepe Suzette. Our Patty loves to rock and roll, a hot dog makes her lose control. What a wild duet, still they're cousins, identical cousins, and you find they laugh alike, they walk alike, at times they even talk alike. You can lose your mind when cousins are two of a kind.
I don't understand you, Patty. Why are you so upset over a little flu shot? Shots don't hurt. Maybe they don't hurt you, but... Shots don't hurt you? Of course not. Kathy, I've got a great idea. I don't like it. You haven't heard it yet. All I want you to do is go to the doctor and get the shot in my place. You mean, because we look alike, the doctor won't know the difference and he'll give me the shot thinking I'm you? Yeah, it's a wonderful idea. And it'll work, too. Except for one little thing. What? I won't do it. How can you turn down a blood relative? I've already had my flu shot. And besides, my taking your shot isn't going to immunize you. You should take the shot. It will keep you healthy. I don't want to be healthy. I'm a sick kid and I want to stay that way. Patty? She's coming on, Natalie. Come on. Follow me. Don't be such a coward. You're not afraid of anything because there's nothing to be afraid of. That's what you said. I lied.
Kathy, I want you to go to the doctor with Patty and see that she gets her shot.
All right, Aunt Natalie. Can I go too? I'll help hold her. Why don't we do it tomorrow? My horoscope says it's a bad day for flu shots. Come on, Patty. A coward dies 1,000 deaths. A brave man only once. I'm going to my execution and she quotes poetry. Remember me! You know, I'll bet Patty talks Kathy into taking her shot for her.
Dr. Williams, please. This is Natalie Lane. Hello, doctor. No, she's on her way. I just called to warn you. This time she may try to pretend she's her cousin. Good. Oh, and doctor, be gentle with her. Patty's a very sensitive child.
He's not here. Let's go. No. I'll tell the doctor you're here. I'll be right back. You stay here. I'm too sick to see a doctor. You heard what your mother said. No shot, no party. Sit down there. Pardon me.
Oh, hello, Patty. You're right on time.
I'm not Patty.
Oh, then you must be her cousin.
That's right. I'm Kathy.
I thought so.
I'll bring Patty in
No,
now.
that won't be necessary. Your mother called and warned me about you two.
That was my aunt who called.
Your mother became your aunt? When did she do that?
When she married my father's brother. I mean, Father and Uncle Martin look alike, and so do Patty and I. People mistake us, What did you do?
It's all over, Patty. Now you won't have to worry about getting the flu.
Hello? I wasn't worried. I've already had my flu shot.
It's the hospital, doctor. They're ready for you.
I'll be right there.
But, Doctor...
Patty, you're a very brave girl. We're all proud of you.
How do you feel? Fair. Are you going to tell your mother what happened? Of course I will. Sometime in the future. Are you going to get your shot? Of course I will. Sometime in the future. All right, all right. I'll go tomorrow, I promise. Only, in the meantime, let's not say anything to Mom. She's kind of, well, you know how old people are.
I didn't hear you come in. Did you go to the doctor?
Yes, ma'am?
Did you get your flu shot?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you feel?
Great.
You see, I'll bet it didn't even hurt.
I can honestly say I didn't feel a thing. Here, try this. Heat's great for swelling.
Here's your dress, dear. I ironed it and said, why haven't you two started to get ready yet? Your guests will be arriving soon. Kathy, what's the matter with your arm?
Nothing, Aunt Natalie.
Well, then why have you got a hot water
Mom,
bottle?
I have a confession to make. I didn't get that shot. Kathy did.
What?
It was an accident. I went in to tell the doctor that Patty was there. And he thought I was Patty. And before I knew it, ouch.
Oh, you poor baby.
I'm fine, really.
No, you stay in bed.
But I have to get dressed for the party.
I'm afraid there's not going to be any party for you tonight. I'm going to go call Dr. Williams.
Patty. I know how you feel, Kath. I'll tell you what. If you can't come down to the party, I won't either. Would you? Well, sure. Of course. If that's what you want me to do. Do you? No. You talked me out of it. For your sake, I'll go down, but I won't have a good time. You'd better call Ted and tell him. He was looking forward to the dance contest. Why don't we wait? Maybe the doctor will say it's all right.
I just spoke to the doctor. He says you're having a mild reaction to the shot. It happens occasionally. It's nothing to worry about. You stay in bed tonight, and you'll be fine in the morning.
I'm sure I'll be all right.
You stay in bed, young lady. Oh, I know it's a disappointment, but there'll be other parties. I'll get you an ice pack. The doctor said to apply cold to the arm.
So I'm not Ben Casey. I can't stand Ted up at the last minute. He'll never date me again. Never. I wish I could change places with you so that you could go to the party and I could... I can keep your date with Ted. What? He'll think it's you. You couldn't. Of course I could. You took my shot for me. The least I can do is date your boyfriend for you. Better than having him bring another girl. This way we'll keep him in the family. What about your date with Richard? I'll keep that too. You can't be both of us. When the boys come, there have to be two of us. You've got a point. Let me think. There are 2 boys coming over for 2 girls. And there's only one of you. Is there? Good evening, Ted, old chap. You're looking simply divine this evening. I don't talk like that. That's what you think. Oh, there you are, Ted, darling. I don't call him darling. You will tonight. How can you fool both of them? Leave it to me. Patty, promise me one thing. What? You can kiss your date, but not mine. Promise? Promise. Gee, I hope I don't get confused. How do I look?
Lovely, darling.
You look like your mother did when she was your age. It brings back memories.
It wasn't that long ago.
You remember the first dance I ever took you to?
Yes, it was at Jean Ann Dockstetter's house.
That's right.
You wore a new blue pinstriped suit.
That's right.
And you danced every dance with Jean Ann Dockstetter.
That's wrong.
I know, but you did it anyway. They were shaking the shimmy, and she had more to shake than I did.
That's right.
You 2 aren't going to start reminiscing now, are you?
I thought you liked to hear about the Stone Age.
I do. Only my guest will be arriving any second.
All right, darling, the Flintstones are leaving. Ross is sleeping out tonight, and Mrs. Crown is coming in to supervise the party. Please don't give her a hard time.
We won't.
Have fun.
We will.
Come on, Ma.
Paul?
Bye.
What are you so jumpy about?
Me? Jumping? I guess it's just the tension of being a hostess.
Well, where's Kathy?
Who?
Your cousin, Kathy.
Oh, my cousin Kathy.
What's the matter with you?
Nothing. She's in the kitchen helping Margaret with the sandwich.
Is everyone here, Patty?
Now they are. Excuse me a minute.
Sure, she's in the kitchen making sandwiches.
Oh, here she is. Hello, Kathy.
Good evening, Ted.
Hello, Kathy.
Oh, good evening, Mrs. Crown. I thought you'd never get here.
Well, I had to run an errand for my parents.
We haven't seen you all evening, Kathy. I understand you've been helping in the kitchen.
Yes, ma'am. Would you excuse me? Would you care to dance?
Sure.
She's a lovely girl.
Yeah. I wonder where Patty is. Hey, Pete, have you seen Patty?
Nope. I'll give you Henrietta.
I wonder where she went. She was just here.
There's a bunch in the den. Maybe she's there.
Oh, thanks.
Kathy? Kathy?
Oh, yes, Ted.
I'm really looking forward to the dance contest.
Are you?
Well, aren't you?
Oh, certainly. Only, Patty and Richard are so good, I don't think we stand a chance.
Oh, don't sell yourself short. You're much more graceful than Patty.
That's so. Patty is a natural-born dancer.
Well, she could use some of your modesty.
Oh, so sorry.
That's all right. What's the matter?
I'm suddenly terribly thirsty. Would you mind getting me a drink?
Well, all right. I'll be right back.
Mary, have you seen Patty?
No, why don't you ask Kathy? I just saw her with Ted.
If you say so. Is this fast enough?
Hey, Patty, have you seen Kathy?
Oh, hi there, Teddo. I think she's in the hall.
Thanks. She's thirsty.
What are you stopping for?
Excuse me, Richard, I have to powder my nose.
In the middle of a dance?
I can't wait, it's very shiny.
Here's someone who can prove my point. Kathy,
Yes, Mrs. Crone?
you've been in Scotland, haven't you?
Me? Sure, lots of times.
Did you see the Moors there?
Oh, the Moors? Yes.
What are they like?
I loved them, especially Mr. Moore. Excuse me. There you are, Ted. I've been looking all over for you.
I've been looking for you. Here's your drink.
Oh, thank you. Would you mind getting me another one?
Well, you can have mine.
Oh, thanks. My, that was good. Can may I have another one?
Well, can't we sort of be together for a little while?
I think it might be a good idea if we mingled. You go that way, and I'll go this way, and we'll meet.
Well, let's both go this way, then. I haven't had a chance to tell you how pretty you look tonight.
Thank you.
Well, you're the prettiest girl at the party.
I think Patty's prettier.
Are you kidding? She doesn't hold a candle to you.
Who says so?
Besides, you have a better personality.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Well, Patty's a nut. I mean, she's always doing crazy things.
She is not. As far as I'm concerned, Patty is the smartest, prettiest, and most intelligent girl I know.
Well, that's just because you're loyal to her.
You bet. You bet I am.
Oh, she's a clod. Well, anyway, I don't want to talk about Patty. Let's talk about us.
Let's not get...
Excuse me.
Richard, I wasn't kissing him. He was kissing me.
You don't have to explain to me, Kathy. You're not my girl. Patty is. Do me a favor, will you? And get Patty out of the powder room. I heard of shiny noses, but this is ridiculous. I want to dance.
Yes, Richard. Certainly, Richard. Excuse me.
Well, wait a minute. I want to dance, too.
All right. I promise you the next dance. I'll be right back.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Kathy, I'm afraid you misunderstood my question about the Moors. What I wanted to know was, do the Moors have Pete?
Yes, they have Pete. They have Pete and Sandy and Angus. They're a big family. You wanted me.
It's about time. I might as well have stayed home.
I'm sorry. I got to talking to some of the girls.
Boys and girls, we're now going to have the dance contest. Prizes will be awarded to the boy and girl who, in the opinion of the judge, me, gives the best interpretation of the hammer. The record, please.
Let's go.
Where?
In a contest.
I can't.
What are you afraid of? Who can beat us? Come on.
you're hard to keep track of.
Good. I mean, I wouldn't want to be underfoot all the time.
Well, let's go.
What are you doing?
We almost missed the dance contest.
I can't enter the contest with you.
You just did. Don't worry, we're gonna win.
Something funny?
What?
Kathy and Ted are the ones to beat. Boy, she really went into orbit. I told you they were the ones to beat.
The winners are Kathy Lane and Ted Brownlee.
That's ridiculous. She has 2 left feet.
Don't be a bad sport.
I will be a bad sport. I don't mind losing, but not to her. She's a waltzer.
Hey, where is Kathy?
I'll get her.
Kathy, we won.
I don't deserve to win. Patty's 10 times as good.
We won it. What are you arguing about?
I just want to see justice done. Gee, I'm sorry, Rich.
It's Patty.
It's Kathy. I ought to know. She's my date.
I guess I ought to know my girlfriend. Tell them who you are.
I'm Patty. I'm Tatty.
Stop clowning around. Come on, I want to talk to you.
Hey, let go of my date.
She's my date.
She's mine.
Wait a minute, Philip. Wait a minute. I can explain. It's all very simple. Well, not really simple. You see, I went to get a flu shot, and Kathy got it instead, and she got sick, and I'm not feeling too good myself.
No, wait a minute.
Hey,
Bud.
what?
Wait. No, wait. And then both boys started dragging me off. It must have been a terrible experience. Well, it was. And when we got outside, they started swinging at each other. I had to break it up. Finally, I explained, but I'll get it. Hello.
Hello, Kathy.
Hi, Kathy. Hey, Patty told me you were sick last night. How do you feel now?
Oh, I'm much better, thank you.
Where's Patty?
She's inside.
Hi, Patty.
Hi, Richard. Hello, Ted. I'm sorry about last night.
We're the ones that are sorry.
Yeah, we didn't mean to start a fight, and
That's all right. At least it served one purpose. Now you can tell us apart. I'm the natural born dancer. With a shiner.
Here's Kathy, who's lived most everywhere, from Zanzibar to Berkeley Square. But Patty's only seen the sights a girl can see from Brooklyn Heights. What a crazy pair, but they're cousins, identical cousins, and you'll find they laugh alike, they walk alike, at times they even talk alike. You can lose your mind when cousins are 2 of a kind.
another play, Patty.
What for? I'm going to be a brain surgeon.
Yeah, it might be a blast.
I'm not interested in the Starsville bit. I think actors are real cold cuts.
Well, I promised Strassman I'd try out for it.
Who's he?
He's the guest director this year. He's very big off Broadway.
I'll be at lunch.
Well, come in and wait while I audition, and I'll buy you lunch.
You reached me.
Seek no color for your going, but bid farewell and go. When you sued staying, then was the time for words. No going then. Eternity was in our lips and eyes.
No. You're not ordering a banana split. You are Cleopatra, the greatest queen on earth, bidding farewell to her lover.
Shall I try it again, Mr. Straussman?
Over Shakespeare's dead body. Next.
Here's your cousin.
These are the words of the immortal bard. He has survived for hundreds of years. Please do not plunge him into oblivion this afternoon.
I'll try not to, Mr. Strassman.
I will appreciate it. England will appreciate it.
Kathy didn't tell me she was going this route.
Maybe she was planning to spring it as a surprise.
Kathy's inner-directed. She's just square enough to think this is some kind of big deal. Hopes Svengali doesn't wipe her out. Nay, pray you seek no color for your going, but bid farewell and go. When you sued staying, then was the time for words. No going then. Eternity was in our lips and eyes.
Thank you.
How was I?
I was moved, but not far. Will you wait in the wings, please? Next.
When you sued staying, then was the time for words. No going then.
Wrong. Go. Next. You. Come on, quickly.
No. I'm with him. I didn't come to...
Hurry, I haven't got all day.
I'm no actress.
Then you're in excellent company. Let me see if you can read your mother tongue.
Nay, pray you seek no color for your going, but bid farewell and go. When you sued staying, then was the time for words. No going then. Eternity was in our lips and eyes, bliss in our brows bent. None our parts so poor, but was a race of heaven. They are so still, or thou, the greatest soldier of the world, art turned the greatest liar.
That's what I want. That's it. You are Cleopatra.
Me?
You're raw, but you have fire. I've never heard a reading just like that. You have a spark that burns with honesty and glows with passion. You are an instrument that I can play upon, a clay that I can model.
I never acted before.
Oh, good. When I was in Hollywood, I directed dozens of...
You directed in Hollywood?
Well, I was an assistant director, actually, but it's the same thing. I worked with all the great stars. Garbo, Barrymore, Rin Tin Tin.
What about me? Yeah, what about her? She's the talent in the family. Yes, I'm the talent in the family.
You are sisters?
Cousins.
Well, you can play Iris and understudy Cleopatra.
Understudy? Why don't you let me play Iris and Kathy play Cleopatra?
You have captured the essence of one of the most complex characters in the theater, and the thought behind it. You are instinctively a method actor. I can almost see your mind working. Tell me, what was in your mind when you said, no going then, eternity was in our lips?
Lunch.
Meet Kathy, who's lived most everywhere, from Zanzibar to Berkeley Square. But Patty's only seen the sights a girl can see from Brooklyn Heights. What a crazy pair! But they're cousins, identical cousins all the way. One pair of matching bookends, different as night and day. Where Kathy adores a minuet, the ballet russe, and crepe Suzette. Our Patty loves to rock and roll, a hot dog makes her lose control. What a wild duet, still they're cousins, identical cousins, and you find they laugh alike, they walk alike, at times they even talk alike. You can lose your mind when cousins are two of a kind.
You should have heard him. He carried on like it was Ensville. It was flip time. didn't mean to take it away from you, Kathy. I guess I just swept him away.
Well, at least you're playing Iris.
Yes. There's no such thing as a small part. Only small actresses. Talent is what counts.
Boy, this family's rotten with talent, and I mean rotten.
Richard's gonna play Antony.
That should deal history a mortal blow.
This isn't just another play. It's Shakespeare. The greatest genius who ever lived. Very few people can do justice to the immortal bard.
May I quote you?
Martin.
That's all right, Mother. Let him make fun of me. All great people have had to struggle against disbelievers.
You see, I've been holding her back. She could have been Helen Hayes.
It just so happens that Mr. Strassman thinks I can be a big movie star. He says I'm a natural.
Who's Mr. Strassman?
He's the guest director. He used to be an assistant director in Hollywood.
An assistant director?
You'll excuse me, I must rehearse now. In praising Antony, I have dispraised Caesar. I am paid for it now. Lead me from hence. In praising Caesar, I have dispraised Antony.
Wow, are we gonna have to live with that?
We must be patient, Ross. Patty belongs to the ages now.
She might just surprise you, Martin Lane.
Just think, when I woke up this morning, that little girl was just my daughter, Patty. Now she's Queen of the Nile. She had quite a day. You know, I can't make up my mind.
About what?
What shape swimming pool we should have in Hollywood.
Alack, our terrene moon is now eclipsed, and it portends alone the fall of Antony.
I must stay his time.
To flatter Caesar, would you mingle eyes with one who ties his point?
Not know me yet.
Antony, you follow her. And remember, bathe the stage in colors. I want to see the reds of passion, the blacks of hatred, and the magentas of jealousy.
I feel like a rainbow.
Now go on, suffer.
Together, with my brave Egyptians all, by the discanting of this pelleted storm, lie graveless, until the flies and gnats of the Nile shall bury them for prey.
Bravo. Well, let our mamas rest a while.
Did I suffer enough?
I was moved.
She sure is great, isn't she? I bet she'd really have a chance in Hollywood. Don't you think so, Mr. Strassman?
Hollywood is a city without a gate. It has no entrance. And the walls are so thick that the cries of talented people screaming to get in are unheard by the Philistines inside.
What does that mean?
It means that motion picture studios don't cover high school plays.
If you could get them to this one, I bet she'd melt their neons.
Like hi.
I'll bet Eleonora Juza never said like hi.
Of course not. She was prehistoric.
Well, you all set for the big opening Friday?
It's a slide.
You sound pretty cool about it. Don't you have any stage fright?
Great actors don't get stage fright.
Seems to me I read somewhere they did.
We don't.
Well, it's nice to get it from the horse's mouth.
Daddo, working on a newspaper must be a real blast.
Well, we're not as glamorous as you show people, but it's a living.
It's more than a living. It's life. I mean, when you sit behind your desk, you hold the pulse of the world's heartbeat in your hand.
I do. I didn't know you were interested in the world's heartbeat.
To develop as an actress, you must develop as a human being. Be interested in all the songs of life.
Is that Shakespeare speaking or you?
It's me. The real me.
What is the real you trying to say?
Simply that I'd love to come down and see the newspaper sometime.
You've been to the office.
No, I meant the whole paper. You know, the printing press and everything.
I may owe your Mr. Strassman a big fat apology. When would you like to go?
Now. Hi there. Where in the world have you been? Down at the Chronicle. Ever seen a linotype machine? It's a review of you and Cleopatra.
But it hasn't opened yet.
Listen to this. But Jack, I have never seen a young actress with the fire and vibrant personality of Patty Lane. The enclosed review will give you some idea.
I recommend that the studio sign her before someone else grabs her. You can see her Friday night bringing her magic fire to Cleopatra at the Brooklyn Heights High School. It's signed Lou. How do you like it? It's great. Who wrote it? I did. Then who's Jack and who's Lou? Jack is Jack Warner, and it doesn't matter who Lou is. But won't Jack want to know who Lou is? I'm not sending this letter to Jack Warner. I'm sending it to Dory Sherry with a copy of the review I wrote about me. Doesn't Dory Sherry have his own picture company? Sure. You're writing a letter about you to Jack Warner, and you're mailing it to Dory Sherry. Right. I don't get it. I'm afraid I don't either, Patty. Simple. Hollywood's a city without a gate. You can't just walk in on the Philistines. You have to use some imagination. Ever read about the fall of Troy? They used a wooden horse. Now I get it. She's going to use a wooden actress.
I don't understand this, Mr. Sherry. The envelope was addressed to you, but the letter is addressed to Jack Warner. It must have been sent here by mistake. Whoever they're talking about certainly seems to be talented.
She's a talented con artist. This is the oldest trick in the world. Look, she even had phony reviews printed.
Oh. Shall I throw it away?
No, I like your initiative. Have someone cover the show for us.
Yet have I fierce affections, and think what Venus did with Mars. O Charmian, where thinkest thou he is now? Stands he, or sits he? Or does he walk? Or is he on his horse? Oh, happy horse. Yes. I have to make a move downstage here. This is where Mr. Strassman wants some greens. You'll have to see a florist. Honestly, Kathy, I don't dig all that way out stuff. I just let go and do what comes naturally. Whatever it is, it's very effective. Better work Friday night. Oh, happy horse to bear the weight of Antony. Do bravely, horse.
Cleo, Mom says to tell you soup's on.
I simply cannot work with these constant interruptions. I must be let alone.
Do you want me to tell Mom and Dad to move out of the house?
Nobody appreciates what a terrible strain we artists go through. Let's eat. Child.
All right, let's start from the beginning of scene 3.
All right.
The seats in 8 seats, second row center, are put aside for opening night.
Oh, but I'm afraid the whole second row's been taken by the faculty, sir.
Well, get them back. All the picture studios are asking for tickets. I can't understand it. They say that even Dory Sherry himself might be coming. Maybe he's heard of my work.
But Mr. Strassman.
Hey, where are the girls?
Patty's in the kitchen rehearsing. Kathy's cueing her. They gave me a preview. Patty's surprisingly good.
Boy, that's a mother's love.
She has a natural acting talent.
Oh, she gets that from my side of the family, my Uncle Ben. He was a used car salesman.
I don't know about your Uncle Ben, but Uncle Dory Sherry's interested in her. He's ordered 4 tickets for tomorrow's opening.
The Dory Sherry?
That's right. Somebody wrote to him about Patty.
Wonder who that could have been.
Martin, what if Patty decides she really wants to be an actress?
We'll send her to a good psychiatrist.
Patty, would you like some hot chocolate?
No, thank you, Mama. I have to watch my figure.
Cleopatra didn't.
How do you know? She was before your time.
I've seen pictures.
I just came in to say goodnight to all you dear, sweet people.
Well, good night to dear sweet you.
I want to let you know that no matter what happens after tomorrow night, I'll never forget any of you.
That's a very comforting thought. And we will never forget you.
Are you planning on running away?
After tomorrow night, you may all be in for a big surprise. But no matter where I go, I'll take you with me. Good night. I bid you fond good night. Dream sweet until tomorrow brings the morning light.
I wonder if they could build us a ham-shaped swimming pool.
In certain circles, that's called the prima donna bit.
You know something, Natalie? I really admire her. I mean, she didn't go after that part. They came to her. But she's really worked at it. She rehearses night and day. And I think it's begun to broaden her interests. When we went down to the newspaper, she spent the whole afternoon in the composing room.
Yeah. Good night, folks.
Patty's going to be good tomorrow night.
Good. She's going to be a smash.
Kathy, will you pass me the syrup, please?
Good morning, group.
Good morning, dear.
Good morning, Uncle Martin.
Hey, where's Patty?
She's getting dressed. She overslept.
Now, there I was, so nervous that I couldn't close my eyes all night, and Patty overslept. Well, you really have to hand it to her. Most kids would be in a state of panic if they knew Dory Sherry was going to be out front watching tonight. There's our little star.
Good morning, darling.
Good morning, Patty. Hi, sis.
Hi.
How is Patty?
She still can't talk, but there's nothing wrong with her. It's psychosomatic, the influence of the mind or the body. Patty is terrified of opening tonight.
But it's just a school play.
Well, apparently she has a feeling that a great deal hinges on it. She has a fear of failing. And the easiest way for her not to fail is not to put herself to the test. So her larynx simply refuses to function.
Why don't we try putting her in front of a telephone?
Martin,
Oh.
there must be something you can do.
There's nothing to worry about, Mrs. Lane. This condition will go away the moment her fear goes away.
That would be too late. The show opens tonight.
I'm so sorry. Why don't you go back to bed?
Do you want to go to school?
You want to go to school and tell them that you're not going to be in the play?
What are you going to say to them?
All right, once again, please. Well, there you are. I was getting worried. We can't have anything happen to our leading lady on opening night. Now, I'd like to run through the death scene once more. Get the ass.
Do we really have to?
What are you whispering for?
We can release 4 seats, Mr. Strassman. I just got the message that the group from Warner Brothers isn't coming.
I'm ready to rehearse the death scene, Mr. Strassman.
Well, but Dory Sherry will be here, sir.
What? I feel disloyal taking your place, Patty. You should be on that stage tonight. Well, that's show business.
There'll be other shows, dear.
Sure there will. Gee, I'm sorry about this, kitten.
Are you sure you're going to be all right here alone? Dr. Lewis wants you to stay in bed and gargle every hour. We'll be back just as soon as the show's over.
Don't worry, Patty. You just relax. Know that I'll be right there, doing the best I know how. I won't be as good as you, of course, but the audience won't be disappointed. I mean, Cleopatra will be on that stage tonight. I want to wish you all the luck in the world. I'm getting my voice back. I can play the part. You'll see Dory Sherry. There. Shall we get the show on the road?
Well, Kathy, I just dropped in to tell you not to be nervous.
I'm not.
Oh. Well, you'll be fine. But just remember, speak up. Ringing tones. Not now to hear thee sing.
Not now to hear thee sing.
Well, that's the general idea. And remember the colors.
I'll try.
All right, break a leg.
Break a leg. Not now to hear thee sing. Not now to hear thee sing. Not now to hear thee sing. Oh. Hello? Oh, hello, Mr. Castle. No, they're not here. They went to the theater. It's our annual school play. I was supposed to star in the production of Antony and Cleopatra. Can you hear me? You can? Thank you. Bye. Not now to hear these things. Hey!
Quiet, everybody. Curtain's going up.
knave, but this dotage of our generals o'erflows the measure. Those, his goodly eyes,
It's a shame Patty had to miss this. But Kathy's very good, isn't she?
She's a real actress. Her father will be delighted.
Patty will kill herself.
You're doing fine, Kathy.
Do you really think so?
Mean it. Mean it. It's dying. There's no fire.
And they say we shall in battle by the second hour in the morn.
Where's the Queen? That's your cue. I'm sorry I'm late, Mr. Strutton, but I couldn't help it.
No, but over there. You're supposed to enter from over there.
Thank you.
Oh, no, never mind. It's too late now. Go on from here.
The Queen, my lord, the Queen.
Oh, my lady, I have news.
I stand here.
I have news.
Speak up and answer my forebodings.
I talked to Caesar, O Cleopatra.
I cannot hear you.
I've talked to Caesar, O Cleopatra.
Come, falter not, but tell me the tidings. Yes, tell me, ere my heart is melted in its own anguished fire. The message, I implore you. The message, I implore you. Anthony?
The news is evil. He sends so poor an opinion of his wing, which has superfluous kings for messengers. Agrippa has begun to fight. Caesar's will is that I shall be taken alive.
Oh, Anthony. How heard you this?
Secured for me this message, written in the greatest of secrecy.
Go, Eros. Send his treasure after. Detain no jot, I charge thee. Agrippa has begun to fight. Caesar's will is that Antony be taken alive. That is verily what it says.
Go to her and comfort her, my lord.
These arms shall await your return. So shall these.
I am finished with thee, with both of thee. I bid you adieu.
Give me my robe and my crown. I have immortal longings in me.
Funniest thing I've seen in years.
Why doesn't one of them get off the stage?
Which one? Where's the act? Give me the act. I was here first. It's my act. It's all my fault. I should have gotten off the stage when you came on, Patty. I just got caught up in the part. I'm sorry. It was all my fault. I never should have barged in on you. You were in the middle of a show.
Well, you should hear the audience. We're a smash. It's the best comedy I ever directed.
I want to thank you for one of the most enjoyable evenings I've had in years. Oh, my name is Ryan. I'm a talent scout for 20th Century Fox. You were excellent, young lady.
Thank you, Mr. Ryan.
But you, you were sensational.
Her name's Patty Lane. L-A-N-E. She's my sister.
She's our daughter.
Oh, well, you must be very proud. I think you've got a movie star on your hands. We have a picture coming up with a part that's perfect for you. You can come in tomorrow with your mother and father and discuss contracts. What do you say to that, Patty Lane?
Here's Kathy, who's lived most everywhere, from Zanzibar to Berkeley Square. But Patty's only seen the sights a girl can see from Brooklyn Heights. What a crazy pair, but they're cousins. I bet alike, at times they even talk alike. You can lose your mind when cousins are two of a kind.
Hello.
Hey, chick, let's swing.
What's the matter?
Kath hasn't danced once all night.
Maybe she's anti-boy.
No red-blooded girl's anti-boy.
I'm really looking forward to the concert tonight.
Yeah, neither am I. Why can't we stay home tonight? It's our house.
Because Patty's entertaining and she doesn't want the Flintstones around.
Maybe we could get a visitor's permit.
Fine, then we could do that then.
Let's go.
Mary couldn't make it tonight, but I'm used to this. I always wind up with a dog.
Would you care for some punch?
Hey, Patty's the really Lady One, isn't she?
Lady One?
Brownsville, the bidder. You're Patty's cousin from Cubesville, aren't you?
No, I'm visiting here from Europe.
Funny. Would you like to do the hammer?
Do you mean dance?
Do I look like a carpenter? They do dance in Europe, don't they?
Of course. But I'm not used to this music yet. Perhaps they'll play a waltz.
Boy, you're older than you look. Come on, chick, let's swing. Hello, Kathy. Would you like to dance?
No, thank you, Craig. Excuse me. I'd better get some more sandwiches. I think she needs to be shot into orbit. Save my plate. I've been robbed! Hello, Tiger. Well, at least you love me. Henry, you just don't understand Kathy.
What's to understand? She's musty, too inferior.
She's afraid.
I'll clue you. Who needs a girl who's best from the neck up?
Kathy's not just an ordinary girl. She's traveled all around the world. Her father's a foreign correspondent. And the only reason she's living with us now is because he wants her to finish her school here. Kathy's a genius. Why, if she wanted to swing out, she could be a great scientist, a brain surgeon, a lawyer.
A spy for the FBI.
I'm not asking you to marry her. I just want you to pay some attention to her.
I'm not a philanthropist. Get someone else to water your wallflowers.
Harry's just dying to dance with you.
Yeah.
I'm terribly sorry. I just got this sudden headache and I'm going to bed. But it's chow time. I'm not very hungry.
I am. Let's eat.
Meet Kathy, who's lived most everywhere, from Zanzibar to Berkeley Square. But Kathy's only seen the sights a girl can see from Brooklyn Heights. What a crazy pair! But they're cousins, identical cousins all the way. One pair of matching bookends, different as night and day. Where Kathy adores a minuet, the ballet russe, and crepe Suzette. Our Patty loves to rock and roll, a hot dog makes her lose control. What a wild duet, still they're cousins, identical cousins, and you find they laugh alike, they walk alike, at times they even talk alike. You can lose your mind when cousins are two of a kind.
to water your wallflowers. Hi, Kathy. Can you have chow with me, and then we'll cut it and cool it and make the big scene?
Later, Pound Cake. I've got to dig Kathy. She's Lady One, Wowsville. Kathy, I've got 2 front row seats for the latest hit play.
Excuse me, Patty. I'm going to try and get a date with Kathy. I'll bet she's the most popular girl in the whole world. I'll break my date with Patty and take you bowling.
You promised to have dinner with me.
Please don't fight over me. It's too embarrassing. I'm afraid I'm all booked up. The only night I have open is New Year's Eve, 1973.
You don't have to go bowling. Frankie Avalon opens tonight, and I've got a buddy who can get us in.
I'm terribly sorry, Richard. I have an engagement for this evening. That must be he. Ta-ta. I'm ready, Pound Cake.
Kathy, you're the dream.
It's Frankie Avalon.
A Venus de Milo with arms. Down, beasts.
Another time, perhaps.
Bye.
Bye.
How was the party last night?
A swinger. You should have seen Tiger dance the hammer.
That's a sight I could do without.
Did you enjoy the party, Kathy?
Oh, yes, Aunt Natalie.
Boy, you sure go with a bunch of loudmouths. I couldn't sleep. I know. You were too busy sneaking downstairs. It's my house, too. I got a permit.
Did you like the little joke in my editorial?
I'm not reading your editorial.
That figures. May I ask what you do find so amusing?
Aunt Jane, listen to this. Dear Aunt Jane, my boyfriend is a musician, but he's very shy. How do I get him to kiss me? Here's her answer. Pretend you're a saxophone.
Who's Aunt Jane?
She writes a know-how column for tight pants and sweets.
What?
He's and hers. If you're not making it with your jack-o'-lantern, you gotta like swing with the Aunt Jane scene. You dig?
I'm sorry.
She tries to help teenagers, Kathy. Actually, she gives pretty good advice. Her jokes are pretty bad. Of course, what really bothers me is that Patty laughs at them.
Dear Aunt Jane, I sincerely hope you can help me with my problem. I would like to change my image. I am a terrible wallflower.
Boy, I've had wardens in my time, but old man Millhouse is a monster's monster.
Oh, he's an excellent teacher. I believe.
Just what we need, an excellent teacher. I bet he gave us that extra Latin homework just so we missed the basketball game.
With a teacher like him, you don't have to bother studying. You've already flunked.
Where we were? In the kitchen. At least we can keep our strength up.
Come on, Cat. I'll be along in a minute.
Okay, later.
You Can Be Popular by Aunt Jane. Anyone can be popular, but there are certain rules that you must follow. Are you willing to do this? Oh, yes. There are a few simple tricks that will help you. For instance, when you are with your date and you find yourself tongue-tied, smile. Wider. Rule 1. Popular people are generous people. They give of themselves. Offer to help your friends. Yes,
I'll do it right away. You're a smart boy. Latin. Why couldn't the Romans have spoken English like everybody else?
If they did, we could be at the basketball game right now.
Yeah. I finished my Latin thesis. If any of you are having any trouble with yours, I'd be delighted to help you. She's pure mind. She gets an A+ in Latin.
You sure you don't mind? Gee, this is wonderful.
Rule 1. Offer to help your friends. Now that you have conquered Rule 1, we can move on to Rule 2. You have proved you are generous, and it worked out fine, didn't it? Certainly helped my Latin. Rule 2 is, always be honest and frank. Your personality will become a magnet that attracts weaker people to you. The only way to help people is to tell them the truth. Remember, no one respects a dish rag. That's it. I've been a dish rag.
Hi, Cat.
Hello, Uncle Martin. A letter from Father.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. He's in Paris. I'm home. Hello, Aunt Natalie.
Hi, Kathy. Patty.
Hi, Mom.
I was worried about you. The gridiron dinner starts at 7 o'clock.
I'm sorry I'm late. I stopped to pick up my new dress. How do you like it?
Very smart.
Sleeky. It's very... Aunt Natalie, would you like me to be honest?
Certainly, Kathy.
I feel it makes you look a bit heavy. Well, it's important to be honest and frank. It's the only way to be helpful.
Of course.
The color is wrong, too. It's too young for you.
Thank you for your honest and frank opinion. If you'll excuse me, I'll go change into something thinner and older.
Oh, now, honey, don't get your feelings hurt. It does make you look a little hippie. I think Kathy was right to be frank.
Nobody likes a dish rack.
That's right.
Is it? Then you might take off the one you're wearing around your neck.
This? Well, you love me in bow ties.
That was 20 years ago. Your neck was thinner. It makes you look like Joe College.
Why didn't you tell me this before?
You never asked me before.
Well, Natalie,
Look, folks, don't let's start an argument.
As long as it's Truth Day, young lady, I'd like to tell you about your irritating habit of constantly interrupting.
I was only trying
In
to
fact,
stop.
your manners in general could stand a great deal of improvement.
Excuse me.
Yeah, excuse me.
You're too shaggy. Excuse me. I only followed Rule 2. By now, you should be making definite progress on the road to popularity. Where did I go wrong? To have people interested in you, you must be interested in them. I am. And you must let them know it. Ask questions. Nothing flatters a person more than to be asked about himself. The more you want to know about them, the more interested they know you are. Rule 3. Be interested. Ask questions. Hello, Craig.
Hello, Kathy. Is Patty home?
No, she isn't. Can I help you?
I just wanted to return her math book.
Oh, I'll give it to her for you.
Okay, thank you. I never did thank you for helping me with my Latin.
That's all right.
It was really nice of you. Well, I mean, you don't find many girls who go out of their way to help you with your Latin.
I was glad to do it.
You're a very unusual girl, Kathy.
Am I?
Maybe it's because you were brought up in Europe. But you're awfully continental. In a nice way, I mean. And you're very honest.
Rule 2.
What?
I make it a rule 2.
Oh.
I mean, nobody likes a dish rat.
I never thought of it like that. You're very interesting. I'm usually pretty shy around girls, but you're very easy to talk to.
So are you. I'm usually shy around boys.
You? Oh, you're kidding me. You probably dated a lot of older men. Europeans. I'll bet they're different, aren't they?
They've had more experience, but they've been at it longer.
Yeah. I guess you must find us pretty boring. I mean, it must be hard for a beautiful genius like you to find someone interesting to talk to.
Thank you. It's not that hard. For example, I find you very interesting.
You do?
Definitely. I think you're very unusual.
I suppose I am. Well, I dream a lot. Well, I mean, I have plans. I know what I want to do with my future. I feel you have to know what you want to be, and plan for it, and work for it.
Certainly an admirable attitude. What are you going to be, Craig?
Either a movie star or a dentist.
That's wonderful.
Well, I've sure enjoyed talking to you. Bye.
Bye. Rule 3. Be interested. Ask questions. Craig?
Yes?
Where were you born?
Where was I born?
Yes.
Omaha.
Isn't that exciting?
You must be thinking of some other Omaha.
Tell me about your family.
What do you want to know?
Everything, Craig Whitlaw. Whitlaw is a very unusual name.
Know something.
What?
You have a reason for asking all these questions, don't you? Someone told you to.
Well, in a way, yes.
I knew we'd never live it down. Okay, my Uncle Harvey's a bigamist. That's why we changed our name and left Omaha. But it's no use. No matter where we go, there'll always be some snoop digging up our family skeleton.
Be interested. Ask questions. Cat? Cat? Don't you want any dinner? What's a thorn? Me, in everyone's side. I'm going to be the youngest old maid in America. Holy moly. You can be popular. No, I can't. Even Aunt Jane couldn't help me. Only 3 lessons and everybody hates me. Some people are just meant to be wallflowers. Perhaps I'll be a lighthouse keeper. You're no wallflower. Why, you're the smartest girl I know. That's not what counts. Not with boys. And boys are what count. You're smarter than I thought. But you can't be a wheel by reading a rule book. That's fakey. If you want the monsters to dig you, you have to light your own scene. Don't be dual. Dual? Don't you speak any English. Be yourself. When I'm myself, I'm by myself. You have to work with what you've got. What have I got? That's what we're going to find out. It should be easier. You've traveled all over the world. I could talk about the Louvre or La Scala. That's how you wind up being babysitter to a lighthouse. It's no use. Dancing's always a good gimmick. I mean, you start out with the boy's arms around you. I can waltz. Marvy, is that the only dance you know? I don't know any of the latest dances, except for some Zambesi tribal dances Father took me to in Africa. They were quite interesting. Great. I've got a Zambesi tribal dance around my hands. Of course, I don't have the downbeat, but the rhythm goes like this. You're in orbit! Well, Zambesi people are river people, and they start by pulling in their boat. And then they inspect the nets. Cuckoo. Isn't that wild? And then they push the boat to the river.
Something she picked up in Africa. On a safari.
Crazy.
And then, with their nets full, they go home.
Kathy, show me this part again.
Oh, well, that's pushing
No,
down.
show me this one.
Oh, now let me see.
How about this part?
Pushing the boat and then rowing in
No, how about this one, Kathy? Show me.
Why don't we all learn it together? Let's start with pushing.
It's an authentic African tribal dance.
Yeah?
And then...
Boy, I really dig that exotic bit.
Let's try.
No, I gotta get some pointers from Kathy.
Hello, Uncle Martin.
Hello, Kathy.
I'm sorry I'm late. Craig and I stopped at the library.
You've had half a dozen phone calls. The messages are on the table.
Thank you. That is a lovely dress, Aunt Natalie.
This old thing, why, it's 5 years old.
It's very becoming. It makes you look so slim.
Thank you.
I don't know how long this new phase is going to last, but I like it.
I read your editorial today, Uncle Martin. It was brilliant.
Let's not overdo it.
I'll give it to Aunt Natalie. Hello? I told you not to call me. We have to be careful. I can't talk now. Please, don't you understand? I can't talk now.
If you don't mind, I think I'll split. Suddenly I have this terrible headache. I think I'll get in the rack. Say hello for me to whoever it is.
She's gone, Richard. I can talk now.
Oh, no.
Tomorrow? Certainly. I'll meet you after biology class. At the gym. Mm-hmm. Oh, you'd better make it around the back so she won't know. Fine. Good night.
You're, seeing Richard?
I was trying to think of a way to repay Patty for being so wonderful to me. So Richard and I are planning a surprise party for her. Won't she be thrilled?
I know I am.
Dear Aunt Jane, I have this terrible problem. My cousin is a rat. She's been trying to steal this beast I've been going with. And I want you to help me.
Here's Kathy, who's lived most everywhere, from Zanzibar to Berkeley Square. But Patty's only seen the sights a girl can see from Brooklyn Heights. What a crazy pair! But they're cousins, identical cousins, and you'll find they laugh alike, they walk alike, at times they even talk alike. You can lose your mind.